You struggling to improve your English fluency? Do you want to speak English fluently or confidently? Hello, this is Neha and I am here to help. In this video, I'm just going to be talk about the various kind of tips and tricks. If you want to improve your English fluency and you are going to be follow them, then you will see the huge difference in your fluency. So in this video, I'm just going to be talk about the tips and tricks. And if you feel that there is no one who are just going to be talk to you in English, then how you can improve your English fluency just alone at home? Even if you are just going to be alone at home, then you can improve your English fluency in just within 2-3 weeks or in just within 1 month. But I know it takes efforts. You are just going to be work on it. Whatever I'm just going to be share in this video, you have to be follow that. And after that, you are going to be see the difference. So the first one I'm going to be talk about, that is the listen on the go. Listen on the go. So what does it mean by the go here? Because I'm talking about the go. Go simply mean when you are going somewhere. So in this regarding that, I'm talking about the traveling. Suppose you are going somewhere, one place to another one. If you are going like the from your home to your college and from your coaching center to your home, and you are traveling, but when while traveling you are not doing anything. But now from today onwards you are going to be listen to English content. Even even if you are just going to be understand it or you are not going to be understand it. It doesn't matter. What matters is you are going to be listen to English content. And when I'm talking about the English content, then you have to be select an amazing, and when I'm talking about the quality kind of audio. It could be podcast, it could be songs as well. Because when I'm talking about the songs, then it's just going to be uplift your mood. Suppose you are not going to be feel good at the time, but when you start listening to songs, then your mood is just going to be uplift all of a sudden. And you are going to feel, yeah, it's just going to be work for me. That's why you have to be select quality kind of audio, which can be include some quality in your life, some values in your personality. If I'm talking about listening to English content, then I'm not talking about that you can listen anything. No, you have to be choose wisely. What you want to, what you want to listen, how that particular audio, how that particular podcast just going to be add value in your life. Because after all, at the end, it will matter. It's just going to become your habit, and it's something like you are spending your day, you are spending your precious, when I'm talking about the time. So you are just going to be think, okay, it's just adding some values in my personality or into my life. And that's why I have selected this particular, when I'm talking about the audio, when I'm talking about the podcast or songs as well. So while traveling, so you are just going to be listen to anything, but it must be in English. It must be English content, and the English content must be, when I'm talking about the quality content, because after all, it's just going to be add something into your personality. Whatever you are listening, it's just going to become something like your thought patterns, emotions, and you are going to be understand after some time when it comes to be become part of your subconscious mind. And that's why you have to be understand, okay, I'm just going to be selecting some particular but quality kind of audio and quality kind of podcast which are just going to be add value in my personality. So this is the first one that you have to be do. It is like a habit, you have to be taken up. And the second one is 10 minutes of speaking English. It is crucial when it comes to be speaking English fluently. So you must start speaking out. If you are not going to be speaking out, how you can supposed to speak out in front of people? How you can supposed to be like you are just going to be initiate a conversation with somebody? You cannot do that. But right now I'm talking about that you have to be speaking English in real world. So when I'm talking about the real world, it's all about you must talk to someone. Suppose you are talking to somebody, but if I'm talking about the 10 minutes, it's all about the minimum time. Okay? And if you feel okay, I'm talking to somebody, but I talked only for 4 minutes, but now because it left like the 6 minutes has left so far, so what I'm just going to be do, I'm just going to be talk to somebody else. So it's not going to be work for you, because you have to be talked to at least for 10 minutes continuously, whatever you are talking about. Even there are a lot of people you can find out, because who are not going to be judge you. Even you can find out someone whose English is not better than you. Okay, then they are not going to be judge you. I know they are not going to be tell you your mistakes, your grammar mistakes, or your structure and your forming sentences. They are not going to be tell you, but somehow at least you are talking to somebody. That matters the most. And the third one is creating an environment. So when it comes to be creating an environment, it simply means that you have to be expose yourself with English. It's all about that you can choose one place in your house. There could be a corner, and you have to be promise yourself, okay, whenever I'm just going to be come across this particular corner, this particular space of my house, I have to be watch something, and I have to be expose myself with English content. So it will become your own environment that you are creating at the time. And the fourth one is record vocabulary. So when it comes to be recording vocabulary, because you are come across various kind of vocabulary in throughout your day, and you are thinking, okay, I'm not going to be remember all of them, because you are not going to be forming sentences, and that's the reason behind that you are not going to be remember all of them. So from today onwards, you are just going to be carry a notebook, or even if you feel comfortable with digitally, you can write down whatever you are just going to be learning, what kind of words. Even if you are in a bus and you see a different kind of but a new English word, and you are not going to be understand what does it mean, then you are just going to be search it on Google Translation. And then once you understood, okay, this is the meaning, and now I'm just going to be use it. But now you are just going to be record that one. Recording simply mean that you have to be write it down in your notebook if you have at the time. And if you are comfortable with the digitally form, then you can go ahead with that one. But if I'm talking about that, you have to be at least write it down. When you are just going to be write it down with pen and paper, then it will work magically. But on the other hand, if you think, okay, I'm just going to be do it digitally, then it will be fine. It's just going to be okay. And the fifth one, to watch, it simply mean that you have to be watch a lot of content in English. Even you can divide it in chunk. When I'm talking about the chunk, it simply mean like suppose if you are watching an interview, okay, and you are thinking, okay, it's length like for 40 or 45 minutes, and I'm not able to watch it like continuously, and that's why I'm just going to be divided it into chunks. So I'm just going to be watch this particular interview today just for 5 minutes, tomorrow for next like the 10 minutes, and now I'm just going to be covering it like the today 5 minute, tomorrow 10 minute, I'm just going to watch it out. So you are dividing it into chunk, into parts, small parts. But you have to be spend some time to watch something English content, and you are just going to be, I would say, like, you can do this particular thing, that you are just going to be shift your medium from your native language to English. I know in essential phase you are not going to be comfortable with it. Even you will feel what I'm doing, I'm not going to be understand anything. But once you are just going to be uh, familiar with those things, with grammar structure, with sentences, your mind is just kind of familiar with those things, and you will feel comfortable. But it will happen gradually. At least you have to be give it a try. You have to be your energy into it, and after that you will see the difference. So that's it for today's video. I hope it helped. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.